New York native Steve Reich, born 1936, is an American composer who developed the genre of minimalist music in the mid to late 1960s. He and his contemporaries, Terry Riley and Philip Glass, have been drawing on cultural music like African, Balinese, and Indian music for stylistic influence. Minimalist music is characterized by a steady pulse, clear tonality, and insistent short melodic patterns. Its texture and harmony often stay consistent for long periods of time, creating a trance-like or hypnotic effect. Listen how Reich's drumming reifies this mesmeric effect.
Flaunting such elements, minimalist music differs greatly from other customary forms of Western music. With music so strange and distant from the musical norm, how can it appeal to the normal listener? Like many music genres before it, minimalist music rebels against its preceding genres. It simplifies the series and dimension-based composition of surrealism and incorporates intentional and direct tone selection, unlike chance music. Emerging from the same pool of simple design and bold style, minimalist art visually embodies the techniques and sensations of minimalistic music. Similar to modern art, minimalistic music was initially poorly received, even by contemporary composers, which led minimalist composers to seek affirmation and inspiration from minimalist artists. Like many of the modern artists of the time, Reich appears to be interested in the process of music creation as much as the final product. Occasionally, Reich transforms its innovative music into art by displaying the music creation process.
Incorporating microphone pendulums, unusual dances, and clapping choruses are a few of his techniques for merging music and visual arts. His attention to the expansion of slow processes, which requires the audience to focus on aural subtleties, highlights the metamorphosis of music. Additionally, Reich displays performances so the listener can clearly perceive how the music is being made. By viewing the musicians playing the instruments mostly for long periods of time, the audience gains an appreciation for the art of music creation as it appears more difficult.
This play between the simplistic sounds and the arduousness and strain of the musician's laborious tasks is what grants Reich's artistic work its dazzling quality. Among the methods that assist in making Reich's music fantastic, his phasing technique contributes most to the strange mesmeric value of his work. Reich transferred this looping technique from his recorded tape pieces such as It's Gonna Rain and Come Out to a live performance, his piano phase. Listen to the growing dissonance between the separate voices in each sample. Reich names many of his tunes based on what instruments are used or needed to play them, such as music for 2 or more pianos, or violin phase. These act as a set of instructions for other musicians to replicate Reich's music properly. In his music, there are monotonous, busy, crowded, and sometimes even cacophonous sounds that emulate the industrial world around his audience, striving for common relevance and universality.
According to music critic Andrew Clements, few composers change the course of music, and Steve Reich is one of those. 1976 was a turning point not only for Steve Reich's career, but for minimalist music. In this year, Steve Reich received a standing ovation for his piece, Music for 18 Musicians. The music piece was the start of the public acceptance of minimalist music. In conclusion, Steve Reich is a phenomenal composer who aspires to bring the minimalistic genre to all audiences. Ultimately, his musical universality fuels his success as a musical figurehead, now and for histories to come.